Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with Build Your Own Lockout Lines by Jakhob and wooferzfg. So this is a puzzle that when I first looked at, I was very scared. But I got this one tested and I was told this was absolutely something I should do. And I will be incredibly surprised by this puzzle. So I'm looking forward to it. I trust my testers. So of course, the other thing that I wish to mention, of course, is the packs that have been going on. There is, of course, the Killer Sudoku packs, Skilling Sudoku and Caging Constraints. And of course, there was the Counting Down Singles pack from Rockrat Zero, which you can check yesterday's yesterday's video for. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. You can get some wonderful packs out there at the moment. If you check my Patreon page, there will be a whole heap of free posts where you can just grab a whole bunch of packs, and they're the three that are worth calling out. One of them because they're new, and two of them because I'm still accepting solution codes on my channel until the entire series of Killer Sudoku packs is done. I won't be able to progress. I know I mentioned this a lot, so let's just have a look at this puzzle. So this is a build your own lockout lines puzzle where, yeah, I'll go through the rules and try and hopefully this won't be too scary. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Now, there are hidden lockout lines of the grid in the grid. Each pair of diamonds, and I'm assuming the pairs are letters, with the same letter, must be connected by a line. So these two must be connected by a line, these two must be connected by a line, these two, and these two. Lines can only move orthogonally, which means they can only move through edges. You cannot do a diagonal connection of a line. You can normally with lockout lines, but in this puzzle you cannot, and cannot branch. So you cannot have a lockout line that goes that way and then also this way. So a lockout line will literally just be a single line. Lines cannot cross themselves, other lines, or other diamonds. Okay, so that's important. So it means, for example, this lockout line can't... In many lockout line puzzles, a lockout line could, for example, this could be an A and then C could go down across and then like that. That wouldn't be possible. But in other lockout puzzles I've seen, lines can cross and all of this sort of stuff. In this puzzle it is specified. Lines cannot cross themselves, other lines, or other diamonds. So each line is going to be an independent line that will not touch any other line in the same cell, will not cross another line, and they can only move orthogonally, they cannot move diagonally. Right. Digits on lockout line cannot be between or equal to the digits on the endpoints, so that is normal lockout line rules. So if I'm trying to think of an example, how to explain. Let's use these E's. So if these E's were connected by a line like that, and these were, oops, I need to get out of this mode, and these were 3 and 7, and I'm picking those numbers deliberately because digits on the endpoints of diamonds must differ by at least 4, and 3 and 7 are 4 apart, then this could only be 1, 2, 8, or 9. And I'm actually not going to use this color for the lines on the grid because it's hard to read the pencil marks on it, but I've just noticed. But you can see that the only digit, they cannot be between or equal to, so they couldn't be 3, 7, and 4, 5, and 6 are between, so they couldn't be 4, 5, 6. So they could only be 1, 2, 8, or 9, which is the only possibility if these were 3 and 7. If this was 2 and 7, then this could not be 2. It could only be 1, 8, or 9, because 3 is now between 2 and 7. These are now 5 apart, which is allowed by the rules. So let's, they're the rules of the puzzle. Not sure what I'm going to do here, so let's give this a shot. So the most obvious thing I can see is A must go down. And because it has to get all the way down to here, it must go this way. But I'm not sure what happens there. C now has to get out and it can't go down, so it has to go that way. But A could now pretty much go either way. So we know that this is 3. So 4 different from 3. 3, 4, 5, 6. It has to be 7, 8, or 9, and it can't be 7. So this is 8 or 9. Now, I'm actually going to bring up my lockout calculator because, and I've recommended this before, if you do a lockout line puzzle, it is often worth, the first time you start playing with lockout lines, making a table where of all the digits where, and there's one on my calculator which is linked, which you can find as the very first post on my Patreon page, is a killer calculator, but it has a lockout line tab on it. But if you make your own list, you'll learn something about it. Whereas if you say, okay, if I make all of the digits that start with 1. 1 can go with 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. 1, 5, what are the digits that are locked out of 1, 5? So what are the digits that can go on a line if the endpoints are 1, 5? Then the next one is 1, 6. What are the digits that can go on a line for that? And if you do that, it's actually quite a short table. There's only, I think it's 20 entries or something. But you'll learn something and then you can refer back to that when you're solving. And it's a good exercise. So if this is 3, 8, then I can use 1, 2, and 9 on the line. If this is 3, 9, oh, wow. So this 7 is incredibly powerful. So this 3 is only 4 different from 7, 8, 9. It can only be 8 or 9 because there's a 7 there. Now, if it was 3, 9, the only digits that would be locked out would be 1 and 2. This would be a 1, 2 pair, and then this line couldn't grow because because everything that would be on the line would have to be 1, 2, but this line has to grow once more in this box. But I couldn't put another 1, 2 on the line. So this has to be an 8. And I can only grow, there are only 3 possible digits that can go on this line now, because the endpoints are 3 and 8. So it can only ever take 1, 2, and 9. And if it goes this way, so it's got to go here or here. Yeah, if it goes this way, it's broken. Because if it goes this way, this becomes 1, 2, 9. And then if I go here, that would also have to be 1, 2, 9, and I've got 4 1, 2, 9s in the row. And if I went here, I'd have 4 1, 2, 9s in the box, and I can't go up because that's C. So if I go here, I can't grow the line any further, but I still have to make it all the way down here. So this line has to go down. And this becomes 1, 2, 9. And now I can't go this way because then I'd have to put a 4th 1, 2, and 9 in the box. So this has to continue going down. And this becomes 1, 2, 9. Now if I went down from here, I could then go down and down again possibly. So this could be 1, 2, this could be 1, 2, 9. That could work. So, oh no, it can't. I can't make a 4th in the row. So this has to bend. Because if I went down, whoops, I changed modes and I shouldn't have. If I went down again, this would have to be another 1, 2, 9. If I went in there, I've trapped it. Actually, that's another thing. This has to get out and it has to get out again. So this has to continue. Now, this line can't take another one in the column because then I'd need to put another 1, 2, 9. It must turn. So this again becomes 1, 2, 9, but this could turn down now. The restriction on A is incredibly powerful. Almost as powerful as the restriction on B, because the only way, so a couple of things about lockout lines, which I haven't mentioned yet. One of them hasn't become relevant, which is you can never put 5 on a lockout line. You can put it on the diamonds, but you can never put it on the line. And the reason for that is if you put a 5 on a line, in order to lock out the 5, everything either has to be below the 5 or above the 5. And if you put a 4 on the diamond, you can't get 4 lower than 4 in order to lock it out. And if you put a try with 6, you can't go up to 10 in order to lock out the 5. So you can never put 5 on a lockout line. If you were to build that table, which I recommend you do, you will find that you just can't do it. Now, with a 6, the only way that you can lock out a 6 is by using 1 and 5 on the diamonds, because you have to have basically digits 4 apart that do not include 6 in those, and or have the 6 between them. So you have to start below 5, and then you need 4 different from 5, which takes you all the way down to 1. So you've got no extra leeway. So these have to be 1, 5, but I've got a 1, 2, 9 triple. This is the 5, this is the 1, which means that on this line, I can only use 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can't put an 8 there. So this is a 7, 9. Now, if I went down again, this would be, hang on a minute. If I went down again, this would be a 7, 9, and that would be 1, 2. If I went this way, then this would be 7 or 8, because I couldn't use 6 or 9. Not sure. I have to come out of this row at some point, though, because I can't go straight up, because then this would have to be 6, 7, 8, 9, and I don't have the 8. So I do have to come out of this column. This is not a row, it's a column. I do have to come out of this column at some point. Seven is down here. And that's because of the 7s looking in. 6 is in. This is a triple. 3, 4, 6, and 7. There's no 6 there. There's no 7 in any of those. So there has to be a 6 on this. This can't be the 6. Because if this is a 6, this would have to be 1 or 5, and it can't be. If this was 6, this C would have to be 1 or 2. But it can't be 6, because 6 can only go with 1 or 2, which doesn't lock out 3 or 4. This is not the 6. This is a 3-4 pair. This is the 7. This is the 6. Because 6 on the lockout line would only go with 1, 2. 6, 1 only allows 7, 8, 9 on the line, and 6, 2 only allows 1, 7, 8, 9 on the line. So this could not be anything other than 3, 4. And if this is 3, then I can only allow 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could only allow 8 or 9, or 7, 8 or 9 at the other end, and that doesn't lock out the 4. This is the 4, this is the 3. Now, the only other end of a 4, this has to be 8 or 9. It's the only thing that you can possibly put at the other end of a 4, which doesn't lock out the 7. So 4, 8 only locks out 1, 2, 3, and 9, and 4, 9 only locks out 1, 2, or 3. So I've only got 1, 2, 3, and 9 to put on this line, but I can't go down. It has to go this way, and this becomes 1, 2, 3, and 9. Okay. Now, this can't go down, surely. Because if this line was to go down to connect up to here, I've cut off the A. There's no way this can reach this. So, because the only way C could come out if I go down, like however I do it, the shortest route I could take would be that, and now the A is on either side of that line and I can't cross it. So C has to go up, and D now can't go up because C, if D went up, however I did it to get back down here, C is cut off from the top. So D has to go down. can this take this cell? If I do it 7, 9, if I take this cell, I would then have to go down, and this would be, I couldn't use 9, so this would be 7, 8. I'm not sure. There was a 6 down here. Oh, hang on. This isn't a 1. This is a 2, 9. 1 is in here. There is no 1 here. There's a 7 in one of those. There's a 6 in one of those two. There's probably something. This isn't 3. Okay. Okay, so this can't pick up the 6, so it's got to go around the 6 somehow. If I go this way, I have to go all the way across. This becomes 1, 2, 9. I then have to go down. I would then have to go across because I couldn't take a 5th cell in the box. And then I've got lots of places to go because I've got nothing in the column, nothing in the box. Okay, if I went down, this would have to be from 1, 2, 3, or 9, which would give me 3 of 1, 2, 3, or 9. This would have to keep going down. That would have to be from 1, 2, or 9. So I couldn't. Hang on, that's going to cause a problem. Because if I went down here, like if I went this way, I've got too many in the box. So I'd have to leave the box at some point. Like I could possibly leave it there. But again, this would cause a 1, 2, 9 triple. Which means this would have to go down. This would then have to enter the box. And with 1, 2, 9s, I couldn't get out of this, could I? Because I can't use a 3. So I'd have used a 3 up here, but in this box, if I come down here, I have to enter this box either here or here. Remember, they could only be 1, 2s, or 9s because there's already a 3 in the box. This could enter here or enter here, but this is always going to take 2 cells in this box at least. This would take it to 4, and they're only 1, 2, oh, sorry, one, it's taken one of these. So if I go here, 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 and enter here and here, I'd have to leave. That could be 3, maybe. So I could. So is this going to work? Let me try this. I'm going to do it in red. If I do, no. If I do that and that. No, it's still 4 in this box. These can only be from 1, 2, 9, and I've just put 4 of them in the box. That's not going to work. I imagine there's something easier than this. But this cannot come down. I just don't see how I can do it. Because I can't get out of this box if I come down. Because I have to enter here where I've only got 1, 2, 9s and I've run into this. I've also got this 9, which means in this row, I've got problems here. So this has to go across. And now I can't put a 5th one in this column, so it has to come down. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 9. These can't be 3, so that's a 1, 2, 9 triple. This is the 3. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This has to be a 5 by Sudoku, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8. That had to be, otherwise I just don't have enough 1, 2s, and 9s in this box. I feel there's something there I missed. I can't put... It's got to be something to do with this line, I think, which has to incorporate those spots. And I can't take both of those. It could also take that one, I suppose. Because I can only take 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can only take 3 in here. If I did... So that's not going to work. If I did that, this would be 7 or 9. These would be 6, 7, 8. This would be 6. This would be 7, 8. This would be 9. This would be 7. Yeah, maybe. There's something here. Hang on, 3 is in one of these two. Not 2, 3. Actually, 3 is right there by Sudoku. I should have seen that earlier. That forces this line down because this can only take 6, 7, 8, or 9. And I can't go down again because that's what I'd missed. I can't go that far. So this, well, I might be able to go that far, but no, I can't because that would put 5 in the box. So now that's what I needed to do. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9 triple. There is a 6. They can't put 9 here. So this is a triple, a 7, 8, 9 triple. I can't continue in the box. This has to go down. That's what I missed. I forgot to do basic Sudoku. This has to go down. I can't re-enter this column because what is important is this is a 7, 9 pair. This is an 8. I can't re-enter this column because I can't put a 6, 7, 8, 9 here. This has to continue down, and now I just connect that up. There's no 9 here, and the reason I just connect those up is because the only digits I've got are 6, 7, because I've already got 8, 9 in the column. That becomes a 6, 7. There is no 6 here, and this becomes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This becomes a 5. I needed to do Sudoku on 3s. There's no 9 in this box anymore, so this is the 2, this is the 1, and this is a 4, 5 pair. That's what I'd missed. I needed to pay attention to 3s. There is 3s over here. That was important. And now this needs to continue that way, and that would have forced this. Right, that's a better way of seeing this. I needed to do the Sudoku on 3s first. And then this would have come much clearer. Now this can only take 1, 2, 3, and 9. This has to leave the box. Now that might be able to be 1, 2, or 9. Now, which way does this go? It can only take 1, 2, 9, and I have to get to here. Either way, it's going to take 3 cells. I can't go straight down. 1, 2, 3 might work. 1, 2, 3 doesn't work. Oh, maybe it does. Because that will give me a 1, 2, 9 triple. This would be 9, and these would be 1, 2. That could work. So this is from 1, 2, 9. Whoops, wrong marking. This is from 1, 2, 9. So continue with the Sudoku, which I've forgotten to do. This is the 2. This is a 1-9 pair. I've got to put a 4 over here. Actually, the 2 means there's no 2 there. This is a 4-8 pair, which means this now has to go down. I need to do more Sudoku in my Sudoku puzzles. Now, these are actually now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 9. That one's not 9. But whatever I do here, I've got to leave this row immediately, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, because I can't put 3 and 9 in here. So whenever I enter this row, I have to leave it immediately. I can't take those 4 because there's a 9 over there, but I might be able to do that. Okay. This is a pair. Don't forget your Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 3 and 4. So this is 2, 8, 9. Oh, how silly am I? This is 1, 2, 3, 9 in order to get the number of digits on it. This is an 8. If this was a 9, I'd only have 1, 2, 3 on this line, which would, 1, 2, and 3, which means I could never have done 4 digits. I could never have got out of this box. This is an 8. There is no 8 here. This is a 4. This is an 8. I've been forgetting basic Sudoku. I've just been assuming I could put 4 digits on this line because I needed to put 4 digits on this line without looking at the other end. Oh, this is a terrible solve. It's a beautiful puzzle. So if this is 8, I've got to put 8 in one of these 2 cells. I've still got to get from here to here with only 1, 2, and 9. If I... Hang on, this is a 9 because I've got 1, 2, 9. I can't go this way because then I'd need another 1, 2, 9 and I can't do it. I can never put more than... Wow, I am... This goes down. This has to be 1 or 2. And then it either goes this way or this way. Before it connects up with the 3. Either way, it takes up the last 1, 2... Moth. It is now a gone moth. Then it connects up with the 3, and either way, it'll take up the last 1, 2 in the box. This is not 9. And now I've got 1, 2, 9 in the column, so I know which way it goes. This goes this way, and then in this becomes a 1, 2. Right, now. Oh, that's beautiful. This line, which can only, the C line, which can only take 1, 2s and 9s, now can't take any of those cells because none of those can be 1, 2, 9. The only way it can go from down here to up here is through this 9. So this line has to do that. Because there's no one, it can only take 1, 2, 3 or 9. For a minute there I was worried, but it can only take 1, 2, 3 or 9, and I can't put a 1, 2, 3 or 9 there. The only way it can take it is through there. And then it has to get out in 2 cells, so I can't double back. This has to leave the box immediately, and that becomes forced. These are 1, 2, 3. I can't put 3 down here because of that 3. So this is the 3. This is 1, 2. This line is now, well, I know the direction of the line. There's no 3 here. This is a 1-2 pair. I know the makeup of these digits. 4, 5, and 6. Well, I can't put 5 on a line. This puzzle. Really cool. I feel I should have done much better at it, though. Hang on a minute. That's a 4, 6 on a line. The only way you can put 4 on a line is with 5, 9. The only way you can put 6 on a line is with 5, 1. And this can't be 1 or 9. This has to be the 5. And this has to be 1 or 9. This line can't take this because I can't put 4 and 6 on the same lockout line, because the only way you can put a 4 on a line is if it's 1, 2, 3, 4 with 5, 9. And the other way you can put 6 is if it's 6, 7, 8, 9 with 1, 5. So it can't put 4 and 6 on the same lockout line. So this goes this way. This can't run that way. Because if I run this way, if this is 4, these have to be 1, 2, 3, and they can't be. And if this is 6, these have to be 7, 8, 9, and then I'd have 6, 7 in here, and that cell would be broken. So this can't go up and across. This has to go this way into the box. And this needs 4 cells in this box now. So whichever one this is, it's going to have to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 6, 7, 8, 9, and it can't be 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 4, this is the 6, and this line is 1, 2, 3, 4, which means this is 9. Which means this is not 9. That doesn't get me any further. Okay. But one of these is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to put a 9 in here somewhere. Actually, this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8, 9. This is 7 or 9. Because it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, because they have to go in this line. It can't be 5, 6, and it can't be 8. This is 7 or 9. Oh, that's just glorious. This is the other end of the line. And if it was 7, it could only go with 1, 2, or 3, and 1, 2, or 3 are taken in the box. This is the 9. This now has to go with 4 or 5. And that gives me a 4, 5 pair in the row. But this is the 9. This is not the 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 7. I can't put 1 here. 7 is in one of those two. Whichever one is the 7 is going to force the direction of the line. This is glorious. So if it's 9, 5, then I need to do... Yeah, I can't see. If it's 9, 5, I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have to go that way. If it's 9, 4, I'd have to go that way. I don't think I can go up. Because whether it's 9, 5 or 9, 4, I need to put a low digit on it. And this can't be a low digit because 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 is taken. So this can't go up, so it has to go that way. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. That's not 9. That's not 9. Well, that's the 9 then, and that's the 7. I bet you there's more Sudoku I'm missing because I'm just being terrible. Yes, there is. There's no 9 on those. So this is 1, this is 2. There's no 1 or 2 here. So this is 3, this is 9. There you go. I'm missing a lot of Sudoku. This is now 2, this is 3, this is 7, this is 1, which means the line does this. Oh, this is beautiful. I apologize for doing such a bad job of it. So this is a triple in the column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's no 7 there. So that's a 5, 6 pair, making that the 7, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 5, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 5. This is a pair, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. This 6 makes this 7. There's no 7 there. This 9 means that's not 9, so this is not... I'm missing Sudoku everywhere. That 1 makes that 9 and that 1. This 7 makes this 6 and this 7. This 9 makes this 2, which makes this 8 and this 9. There's no 3 here. This is actually a quad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. 3, 4, 6, 8. Can't put 8 there. Can't put 3 or 4 or 6 there. That becomes the 8, which makes this the 4 and these not 4. There's no 4 in those. There's no 8 there. This is a 3, 6 pair, and this 6 gives me the order. This is the 3. This is the 6. Makes this 4 and this 3. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is 1, 4. And this could still be either. If this is either of those would connect to a 1. If this is a 5, this can be a 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. There's no 6 there, so this is the 6. And this is 4, 5, 8. I find it weird that the line draws over the given digits but under the placed digits. It's very strange ordering. I think I've got this okay. I mean, I've made some boo-boos, but... Oh, this 7 looks up. This is 8, this is 7, which makes this 4, which makes this 8, which makes this 4, which means there's no 4 in either of those. That's 5, that's 8, which makes that 4 and that 5. The 5 makes that 2 and that 5. The 2 looks up, making this 1 and this 2, which makes this 1 and this 2. Now this can be a 5, so this can take either. This line can't meander though, because if I meander in any way, there's no other way of doing it. I just have to connect up. So that has to connect up, because if I meander in any way, I've got to either cross other lines or whatever. So that's that. And then this becomes the 4 and this becomes the 1. And that completes the puzzle. Build your own lockout lines. That was very cool. And I missed some way too obvious stuff for way too long. Like, I spent all of this time mucking around up here when I should have just realized this line had to do what it did, because of what I already had. It had to, very cool. And just the way that this line is forced onto the 6, and therefore those are forced, and the way these 1, 2, 3, 9s and these 1, 2, 9s interact, even finding that this had to be 3, 8. I just went with, this needs 4 digits, and I started playing with the fact that with a 4 I had to use 1, 2, 3, 9. I didn't even put the 8 in. Just simple mistakes. But yeah, I mean, obvious deductions that I just didn't make because I was focusing on other parts of the grid. Lots going on, but that was a really cool ambiguity puzzle. I liked that one a lot. For a build your own puzzle, I loved how approachable that one felt. Yeah, very, very cool. Thank you, Jakhob and wooferzfg, for sending that one through. That was really cool. And yeah, I'm really glad my testers said pay some attention to this one. That was a very cool puzzle. Um, my familiarity with lockout lines definitely helped. Thanks everyone for watching. Please remember to subscribe. I don't know if by the time you see this I've hit 2K or not. At time of recording, I've been this close for about 2 weeks, and it's not even what's going on. Anyway, thanks everyone. Please remember to like the videos, and if you've got any suggestions or feedback, you can reach out to me on Discord. My email address is below. If you would like to submit puzzles, all my details for that are below as well. Join us on the Puzzle Plaza Discord community. Yeah, lots of ways to reach out. As always, thank you for watching, and good luck with your solving.